it's me, Wilma Fingerdoo, with my review of Drag Race Down Under's cast. And I'd like to apologize out of the hop by saying I expected them to do an official Meet the Queens video, because the video that we did get just looked like footage of these queens entering the workroom. Am I expecting too much already? Also, here's something. Don't call it Drag Race Australia. The Kiwis will slap your face. New Zealand is to Australia like Canada is to the United States. We all may look the same, but we're not. As far as Drag Race Down Under is concerned, I'm expecting to be wowed. The cast skews a little older, and they are almost all multi-title winners, so I'm setting my bar high. With that said, let's meet the queens. First up, from Auckland, New Zealand, we have Anita Wigl'it. Now, I know Anita from a TV show she co-hosted called House of Drag. It was a drag competition show. She is definitely a comedy queen, not a bad lip syncer either, but I'm not sure how she'll do against a lip sync assassin because she's not that kind of dancer. She's also co-owner of Kalutsi Bar and Grill in Auckland, a legendary drag bar for over 20 years, with her business partner, Kita Mean. Together, they're known as Kanita. She's smart, she knows good drag, and I feel that she'll definitely make top 3. Speaking of Anita's business partner, Kita Mean is also from Auckland, New Zealand, and was the other co-host of House of Drag. Something I noticed about Kita right away is that she has lost a lot of weight, and that's because over 2 years ago, she had weight loss surgery. She's lost over 140 pounds. She and Anita are the first ever contestants on Drag Race to have hosted another televised drag competition. Now, her business savvy and performance pedigree will definitely cause some of those queens to worry, but I fear when it comes down to it, she might get edged out by Anita. She could easily make top 5, but might be easily eliminated if she lands in the bottom against a better lip syncer. Let's just hope it doesn't happen. Up next, we have Art Simone from Geelong, Australia. Where's Geelong, Australia, you ask? Well, it's southwest of Melbourne on Stingery Bay. I'm going back someday, Geelong way on Stingery Bay. I'm so sorry, I don't know where that came from. If Art Simone seems familiar to you, it's because she was on a series on Wow Plus called Highway to Heal, where she drives around Australia and interviews other drag queens from down under. She's versatile, she's a good lip syncer, and she's definitely a comedy queen. Her I Will Always Love You performance at Showgirls on YouTube is hilarious, but that's mostly down to the mix that she uses. I'm going to put a link for it here. It's a must-see, I'm serious. From what I've seen, this is a performance-driven queen, so I expect her to do well in the acting challenges. And from the wardrobe I've seen, I think she's going to be a fave on the runway as well. Now, some people are saying that due to her work with Wow Presents, she may even be the fave to win. We'll see. All in all, I expect her to at least be in the top 3. Seriously. Next, from Sydney, Australia, we have Coco Jumbo. Now, the best thing that I read about Coco was that she and a fellow drag queen stopped a gay bashing and beat the hell out of the attackers while they were still in drag. This plus-size beauty is a lip-sync assassin in the truest sense of the word. Her wigs are gorgeous, her mug is beat, and her costumes are delicious. She was voted Sydney's favorite drag queen and Drag Industry Variety Awards Entertainer of the Year in 2017 and Sydney's favorite showgirl of 2019. So if she does find herself lip-syncing for her life, I feel sorry for whomever she's up against because I expect this queen to at least make top 5. At least. Next, also from Auckland, New Zealand, is Electra Shock. She doesn't have a large presence on social media from what I can see, but she was the runner-up of House of Drag Season 2, even though she made show history by having the most challenge wins at 4. It'll be interesting to see how she stacks up against Kita and Anita, the hosts of House of Drag. Electra is a great performer, so if she does land in the bottom, she'll most definitely survive a lip sync. My only critique of her is her taste level. I don't feel she always wears the best outfits for her body. My worry for Electra is that her runway may hold her back a little. Let's hope I'm wrong. Seriously. Next up, we have Etc. Etc. from Sydney, Australia, not to be confused with Chicago drag queen, Etc. I already made that mistake. This queen is the youngest of the cast at 23 and has only been doing drag for 4 years. Now, she's another one I couldn't find much video of her performing, although Her Instagram is chock-a-block with stunning looks and gorgeous images. So I fear she may be a look queen that could be easily bested by a more seasoned performer in a challenge. If she does land in the bottom, she's got the newness of living on her side and may be able to outshine a competitor just on energy alone. Her entrance look was a cockroach, so she must have a good sense of humor, but we'll see how she stacks up against the rest of the cast. Next, from Newcastle, New Zealand, we have Jojo Zaho. I just got that. I'm so stupid. This is another queen I couldn't find a lot about online, especially where performance videos are concerned, but she is a polished queen with an eclectic look. Although her recent trend of painting white highlight on her face, giving it a bit of a shiny plastic feel, is not my favorite and may get her read by Michelle. Because she is a complete unknown, I don't know if she'll do well in the competition, so I'm giving her my wild card. I'm not expecting her to make an upset this season, but it would be awfully nice if she did. Seriously. Next, from Melbourne, Australia, we have Karen from Finance. She is absolutely my kind of queen and arguably the most famous drag queen out of Australia who hasn't been on Drag Race. Karen is a cornerstone of the Australia Fringe circuit and has toured internationally with her one-woman show, Out of Office. She's a comedy queen and proves it constantly with her hilarious mixes of song and spoken word. Seriously, she's all over YouTube, so have a look. Her wardrobe reflects her personality beautifully, from her pink suits to her out-of-office gowns that put me in mind of a much younger Zsa Zsa Gabor. This queen will tear up that catwalk, and that should keep her out of the bottom. But if she does end up lip-syncing for her life, she may be in trouble because although she's a great performer, she's not a lip-sync assassin and could be eliminated by a dancing queen. She's seen it all, she's done it all, but she's not without her scandals either. A few years ago, she made a public apology for a tattoo of a gollywog doll that she's long since had removed. In her apology, she mentions growing up with gollywog dolls and that she amassed quite the collection over her lifetime. She has since had the tattoo covered up and sent the doll collection to a landfill, so she seems to have acknowledged and corrected the error of her ways. Good for her. If she does well in the challenges and can avoid lip syncing, I feel like Karen from Finance will totally make top 3. Just saying. Next, from Sydney, Australia, we have Maxi Shield. She is a voluptuous breastplate queen. She's gorgeous and has a quick, brilliant sense of humor, which she's developed from all the hosting she's done in the Sydney drag circuit, as well as all her charity work. Voted the Drag Industry Variety Awards Entertainer of the Year in 2015, her biggest claim to fame has to be being named Madonna's national hostess for the VIP parties on Madonna's Rebel Heart tour. If Maxi can keep herself out of the bottom, this queen will easily make top 5. But if she does get tripped up in a challenge and has to face off against a queen with better dance moves, she could be in trouble. Just saying. Finally, from Perth, Australia, we have Scarlett Adams. Now, this is a highly polished queen. She sews most of her own looks and also sews for other queens. She's an award-winning burlesque performer, winning Western Australia's 2018 Miss Burlesque title, which is the first time a drag queen had won or even entered the contest. She's also a master of the stripper pole. You heard me. She beats a gorgeous mug, although her resting drag face does remind me of Aquaria. As stunning as she is, she's also an hilarious comedy queen and was named Perth's Entertainer of the Year at the 2016 Proud Awards. But it's not all giggles and glitter. About 8 years ago, in the very early stages of her career, Scarlett created a scandal by doing blackface on stage and representing the Aboriginal community in more than a couple performances. Now, she was 18 at the time and has publicly apologized for her ignorance and stupidity. I bring it up because as we get closer to the premiere of Drag Race Down Under, I'm sure it'll be brought up on social and mainstream media. Am I dismissing it? No. Do I forgive her? Yes, because in Scarlett's case, I feel that she is truly sorry for her actions and has since become an ally for minority groups across the board. Personally, if this queen doesn't make top 3, I will be shocked. She's also my pick to win it all, I'm just saying. So, There you have it. There are the queens that make up season 1 of Drag Race Down Under. Had you heard of any of them before? If so, do you have a favorite? All we can do now is tune into the premiere of Drag Race Down Under on May 1st. And when you're done, you come on back and you see me so you and I can compare notes. Until then, miss me! Mwah! Seriously. Should be a good show. Some very interesting queens. Do you think they'll have subtitles? That Australian accent is a doozy to get over, I tell you what.